Friends, we now live in a very dangerous world. The unthinkable could happen any day now. When it does, get ready for massive food shortages to happen quickly. That means the smart thing to do is prepare for the worst now. You need emergency food to get you through whatever happens next. And we highly recommend My Patriot Supply, America's largest emergency preparedness company. Act quickly and you'll save $150 off their essential 3-month emergency food kit, which contains an abundance of delicious food that provides more than 2,000 calories per day. You get breakfast, lunches, dinners, drinks, and snacks 3 whole months worth per person. This is something every American family will soon need. Your shipment will ship quickly in unmarked boxes for your privacy. Go to preparewithjericho.com and save $150 on every 3-month emergency food kit. But do it now. That's preparewithjericho.com. Don't be a victim, survive what's coming, and avoid government food lines. Go to preparewithjericho.com. Good damn afternoon, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. All green gear 20% off. Promo code FATHER, all caps. And next month, yes, June. Finally, a good thing coming out of June. Recoil Magazine, page 26. Check it out. I'm also on Recoil TV. So, like I just mentioned, it's coming up on June. That's halfway through the year. But I think we have already found who our 2022 bitch of the year is going to be. And we have the winner's name right here. But it's a 3-way tie. So I will let you know who the 3 nominated bitch of the year are. Whatever. I'll let you know who they are and why they're being nominated. And then at the end, we'll open the envelope and find out who won 2022 bitch of the year. So, number 1, Beto O'Rourke. Oh, man, he is being nominated for his interruption. So yesterday, they had, was it yesterday or the day before, but they had all these Texas officials there. The state governor, Greg Abbott, was there. The mayor of Uvalde, Texas was there. I believe the lieutenant governor was there. All these law enforcement officials, sheriffs and everything, Border Patrol, they're all up on the stage. And it was held at a center in town. And you got parents and family members of these innocent little angels that were taken from us. This is real shit. All right, we're not talking about no politics. They're not talking left and right. They're not talking who can use the bathroom and piss where and what's what and who can be what. They're not talking about that. They're there trying to figure out what just happened. They're trying to put the pieces together, if that's even possible, after this mass murder. And here comes Beto O'Rourke with his performance. He stands up there and walks to the front row and starts yelling about, what are we going to do? Gun reform. I'm taking your AR-15s. Just acting like a straight asshole. He was acting like an over-emotional teenage girl. The only thing that was missing was him stomping off and slamming a door. He had to put the spotlight on him. He figured, I'm more important than these mourning families, than figuring out how we can avoid other situations like this. I'm more important than your grief. Allow me to step on your grief so I can elevate myself and be heard. Me. That's not just for warming up to sing anymore. That's what he thought. It was all about him. Let me steal this moment and shine the light on some political bullshit. And for that, Beto O'Rourke, somebody should have came up with baby powder on their hand and slapped the shit out of you. You've seen those clips of those competitions? I think they're overseas or something. There's usually some big old dude named Magnus, and they're slapping each other. They put powder on their hands, and they have these grips on the table they hold on to, and they slap the shit out of each other. One of them should have been there to do that to Beto O'Rourke, because that's what you deserve. You're an asshole, you're a piece of shit, and you want to take our guns because you're part of the New World Order. Fuck you. But he's our first nominee for 2022 Bitch of the Year. Second nominee, Steve Kerr. He is the head coach of the Golden State Warriors. And he got up there the day of the mass murder because they were playing the Dallas Mavericks, so they were there in Texas. And he got all upset and he slammed his fist on the table. He says, when are we going to do something? Even threw the lip quiver in there. A little acting secret. If you got any young actors out there and you want to nail a part, I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a juice commercial or you just found the love of your life dead. At the end of it, just go. And that's it. You got the part. Because that shows ultimate emotion when you make your lip quiver like that, like he did. Fake crying. No tears came out. But he's up there yelling and screaming, something needs to be done. The Republicans. Uh-oh. You couldn't just keep it about the kids. You couldn't just keep it about the important thing, the grief that these families are dealing with. Save that bullshit for another time. It's not about, oh, the guns. Shut your fucking mouth, because you guys used to have a stadium in Oakland. I didn't hear you saying shit about no guns then. But I saw you were out there trying to get police officers removed from Oakland public schools. Let me tell you something. If you go to Oakland public school, you need the police there. But he's out there trying to take the security away from the places that need it most. But because he made his lip quiver and he banged on the table, we better listen to what he has to say. Fake outrage. You don't give a shit. I don't see you up here banging on the table about domestic violence when one of your players slapped the shit out of their baby mama. But anyway, he's nominee number 2 for 2022 Bitch of the Year. Now, to be honest, this third nominee, I think he might have it. But the third nominee, actually, it's 2 people. It's Obama and Mike, because you know Mike had something to do with it. You know that uncircumcised helmet was pressed firmly against Obama's back when he was writing this. All right? Because what Obama did is he sent out a tweet. And his tweet began with how sad it is, this mass murder and these kids lost their lives. And then he does the part, he writes the part that got him nominated for 2022 Bitch of the Year. Then he writes, while we're grieving over this, he couldn't even split it into 2 different tweets. Had you split these separate thoughts into 2 different tweets, nobody would have said shit. You wouldn't be an asshole, but you didn't. He said, while we're thinking about this, we also need to remember George, patron saint of fentanyl, Floyd. Because today, 2 years ago, he lost his life and the pain is still with his family and blah, blah, fucking blah. If I can find a link to his Twitter, I'll put it in the description box, but it is also up on my Instagram page at JG Talk. You son of a bitch. You have the nerve to equate 19 innocent children, 2 innocent teachers, horrific murders to a dope fiend that helped bring about his own death. He's an adult. Both parties did shit wrong. But he's a fucking dope fiend who allowed his dope fiend lifestyle to put him on a collision course with that police officer. And you're saying that's the same as 21 innocent people in a classroom. 7 to 9-year-olds, maybe, or to 10-year-olds. You said, but while we're thinking about that, let's also remember this dope fiend who got himself killed. Like they're the same thing. Like they're equal in any way. You had the nerve to do that. But of course, it's coming from the worst president ever. And who knows? Maybe Barry didn't even want to write that shit. Maybe he's sitting down and he's like, well, I don't know. Mike, should we write this? Maybe we'll get some backlash. And of course, standing behind him with that helmet firmly pressed on his shoulder. Nah, go ahead and write that shit. Are you sure? I don't want to get in any trouble. Look, you worry about this. I got your backlash right here. Go ahead and write it. All right. And he pressed it. You feel that? Huh? Oh, yes, I do. It feels heavy and it's going to hurt. But he wrote it anyway, and he sent it. Of course people are mad about that. Are you fucking crazy? But this is desperation. This is a wild animal caught in a trap. They're calling all favors, all hands on deck, dead or alive. All hands on deck. We cannot let Joe take this away from us. So they're bringing back the patron saint of fentanyl, Mr. Gold Casket himself, Mr. 5 Funerals. Barry, we thought you were shitty when you were the president, but somehow I feel like you're going to be even shittier after you're president, especially posting shit like this. You and Mike should be ashamed. Shouldn't he be at a training camp somewhere, teaching kids how to dribble and go hard in the paint? All right, guys, it's time. Drum roll, please. Who will be our 2022 Bitch of the Year? There we go. Thank you. Got the envelope here. All right, guys, let's see. 2022. Huh? Here we go. Guys, it's a tie. We got a 3-way tie for the first time in the history of the Bitch of the Year Awards. It is a 3-way tie. Beto O'Rourke, Obama/Mike, and Steve Kerr, you are all 2022 Bitches of the Year. You should all be ashamed of yourself. You don't give a damn about these kids. This is a time for you to shine. Your puppet masters are manipulating your strings. Do we know who that puppet master is? China. You know how far China has their hand up the NBA's ass? Do you know how far Barry bent over to let China fuck us when he was in office? Just steady handing them bottles of KY. You good back there, China? And Beto O'Rourke, Mr. Hell yeah, we're taking your AR-15s. They're out in the open. They don't give a shit. There's no fear of consequence. What are you going to do, taxpayer? You keep pulling the lever for us every time. You ain't going to do shit. You ain't going to do nothing in November. You're going to pull the lever just like we tell you to. Get your ass out of here. Get back to work. Make me some more tax revenue, bitch. You ain't going to do nothing in November. You have the chance to get us out of office, but you ain't going to do shit, taxpayer. You're scared. You're too distracted. You're on TikTok. You're out there paying them high-ass prices for food and gas and building materials and every damn thing else. You're not going to remember to do shit in November. And once you let us slide this November, once we get away with all this, your babies ain't got formula. You canceling road trips you've been taking every year since your kids were born because gas is damn near $10 a gallon. You ain't gonna do nothing. We locked your ass up at home for a year. We got your kids dealing with all these fucked up mental issues because they were what's the word I'm looking for? They were separated. They were in solitary confinement for a school year. And you aren't going to do shit come November. We're not scared of you. So we can do shit like this. We can say shit like this. We can hop up there in a moment that is supposed to be for these grieving families and take the microphone for ourselves, and you ain't gonna do nothing. We'll see. But that's who it is, guys. First time ever, 3-way tie for 2022 Bitch of the Year. Beto O'Rourke, Obama/Mike, and Steve Kerr. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Use that Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.